Tower on the beat.
Sleepy tea. Relax and unwind with this soothing herbal blend that helps you calm your mind, release muscle tensions, and fall asleep effortlessly. Immunity. The best health defense is a strong immune defense. Support your overall immune function with just one glass of immunity a day. Life throws a lot of things your way. Thank yourself for taking the first step towards a new you for all your wellness needs. Black Lives Matter. Assalamualaikum family. Assalamualaikum family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Empress. Welcome to the Global Green Book. This is a Sisterhood series. This is a continuation of just sister love. Last week we did Yoni love, which was really informative and a lot of fun, very knowledgeable, lots of resources. So make sure you check that one out. Let's go through. I have to stay on track because if I don't, I'll be all over the place. So just a little bit about myself. My name is Kiddis. I am a mom, a sister, a friend, an ally, and this is a blessing to have this platform, this Black forum, to connect with my family out here in the universe and to share the knowledge that has been blessed upon me. And I just pray that Allah gives me the words, the temperament to say that is right and not to say anything wrong, and that tonight is a blessing for you all, as it's been a blessing for me. Me and my sisters, we have created this platform, and in our personal life. We connect with other women, and we created this whole sister circle because with everything that's going on as a woman in this society, it's a lot of healing that is needed, and we needed to help each other, and we decided to help each other. And this is something that we do monthly, and it's something that I look forward to, and the other ladies look forward to. So me and one of my sisters, we decided why not use this wonderful night as the opportunity to share the blessings that has been a blessing to us. So one of the things I want to share is going through my steps. I have to go through my little notes. Sisterhood, what sisterhood means to me. And, I always say it changes from week to week. And so I like to just kind of always revisit that. I'm sorry, guys, a lot going on back here. So for me this week, I'm using strength, influence, and energy. And because I think about it when I create these. I'm sorry, you should see what's going on back here. There's a lot going on. So every week I think, I'm so sorry. What is going on? Okay, I'm back. You should see what's happening here. So every week I think about it. So this week, what's going on in the universe and what I've been dealing with, those are the words that came to me. And as we go through this program, you're going to see it. You're going to see why those words were chosen. So I want to do my PSAs really quick. I have to get this out the way. So the first one is Grandmaster Jay. Okay, we want to support Grandmaster Jay. He has a double whammy coming at him. He has state and federal charges that they're trying to throw at him. So we have to support. I'm not going to say we have to, but I would think we would want to support this brother. He's out in the front line. He has been doing this for a long time, speaking out for the community. So let's stand behind him. We others stand behind there. Let's stand behind us. So far, when I checked earlier, this is where they are in regards to his legal defense fund. So please go to his GoFundMe page and support the brother. The second thing on the agenda is winter solstice, which I am super excited about. So today, winter solstice has started. It's a powerful day. So spiritually, the winter solstice is a time of rebirth or refocus on the past in order to strengthen the future. It is a time of refocus, of purpose, of purification, procreation, and proliferation of life. It is also a time to recognize opposition energy that exists inside and outside of our lives and to strategize and to eliminate these opposition energies. Now is the time to act upon this, guys. This is the time. Today is special because Jupiter and Saturn will meet in Aquarius, an air sign. Thus begin the 200 years of air sign conjunction in Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Today's date, 12/21, in numerology represents leadership and ambition. Air signs brings everyone a breath of fresh air. When things start to get stale, they tend to be irrational and analytical, but also it handles abstract thinking. You could say they have the most developed thinking because of this balance, because between the creative and the logical side of the brain. So today is the day you wear your white clothing, burn your candles. I got my candles burning, the frankincense, myrrh, sage. I fasted today to help remove the toxins. I was in solitude all day. I was by myself all day, meditated, prayer, cleansing. You want to connect to your ancestral guide, and you want to purify every corner of your home and cleanse it of all dark, deceased, negative energy. So today is the sister winter solstice. Go look up that information. Today is the day that you can manifest anything. Whatever you put, we've been in 200 years of just oppression. So we're going into 200 years where whatever we put in our mouth, whatever we speak will manifest. You have to put the work behind it. So this is the manifestation time. And it makes sense with what's happening in the universe, with the great migration, with them trying to lock us down, because we are about to do an upload and connect into an energy of really positive. But what you think, you can manifest, and you just have to do the work, which I'm super excited about. Now, I want to do the sisterhood series. This is probably be like I'm trying to think about it, because it's kind of getting exhausting doing this every week. And I'm thinking about just keeping it once a month on my other channel, Tie by Kadis. So please go and subscribe to that channel, click the notification bell, because eventually I'm going to move this over to that channel and just keep it very kind of, simplify my life, really. And then we have the Islamic Thought Show. For those who have not checked out the new channel for the Happy Companion, the Islamic Thought Show. He does it every Friday. I'm not sure around the time. Go check that out. I've been blessed to be able to come on there as a panelist, so I'm learning a lot, and I try to bring some information. So check that out as well. So I see a couple of people are in the chat, so I just want to say hi. Greetings, blind guy, their life, his wife. I clicked the like button. Sure. I hope you love it. I hope it's good. I hope it's good. I hope it's good. Definitely like, not lie button. That's right. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Amina. Welcome, sis. Welcome, welcome. And blessing, one love, Brother Wig Williams. Welcome to the show tonight. So I just want to do a quick recap of what we did last week, and then so you can kind of see where we came from to where we're going. Last week on the sister, we discussed all yoni love, which is part of the naturopathic medicine that that I want to focus on in this series, but it's going to be a little different than what you think. So everything that we're going to be talking about is a form of naturopathic medicine. But last week we discussed like the yoni eggs, the benefits for that, the steam, understanding your sacral energy, because you need to understand and tap into those areas. And then we have some amazing resources. So check out Yoni Love from last week. And then so today our topic is my sister, myself, building relationship between women. So I'm gonna introduce this sister, Aisha Kiba. Aisha, welcome. Now, we sat and we discussed this. This is my co-host for tonight. She's also the sister that does the sister circle with me. So I was like, let's bless everyone on such a beautiful night and show them what we have created in our own personal circle, in the sister circle, and share it with you guys. You can recreate the same thing for yourself. So this whole show is going to be basically what we do in our sister circle, and we hope you take it and build with your family, your friends, and use it as a healing option. And we're also going to share the link tonight. So anyone who wants to come and join and be part of the sister circle, you're welcome to. Greetings, Aishi. Welcome, welcome.
Hey, Assalamualaikum. Can you hear me?
Yes. Just
Peace,
introduce
peace,
yourself
peace.
real quick. I did a little bit of introduction for those who may not know you.
Well, I'm a mother, a singer. I mean, I ain't singing no famous places, but I consider myself a singer. I'm an educator. Um, I feel like I'm a healer, and so many other things that I can't think of right now. But yeah, so Kiss kind of went into well, she did go into the whole sister um, group. So I would love to, you know, dive further into that.
Okay. So one of the things that we also do, since we talked about yoni love, one of the things I want to share with you all, and Aisha, you can kind of attest to what I'm about to share. Next month, there will be a virtual yoni steam party. That's one of the things that we talked about last week. And in this Yoni virtual steam, it will be done all virtually online from your home. You'll get to see everything that needs to be done in regards to Yoni health. And the sister who was on the show last week is Sister Shamora Sheikh. You'll have the Yoni yoga, you'll have the step-by-step prep of the Yoni steam from the kitchen to actual use, and then a meditation session. So if you go, just to let you know, go register at Passage Institute. The Yoni steam party, the virtual Yoni steam party is going to be January 24th at 6 p.m. But you have to register so she can get your packet together to send to you. So you can actually do the steam, or you can just do the class where you learn everything from the kitchen to the practical use, and it's all done virtually. So did you want to elaborate anything on that really quick before we move forward?
I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I feel like I definitely feel like we need to do that to reset that personal area, because of what we eat, and a lot of Black women unfortunately suffer from a lot of ailments, and the yoni steaming and all that is very imperative because of all the things that we suffer from, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, so I highly recommend it.
All right. So I'm going to add Sister Renee, and then for anyone, and let me give some quick guidelines. Anyone who joins, because I don't normally join the link in the chat, but anyone who joins tonight, it's a strict guideline. So I'll have everyone on mute until I unmute you, and then if I mute you, whether you're in midstream, it's not to be rude, but we're trying. We have to keep everything timed, and this is kind of what we do in our sisters group. But I'll be as respectful as I possibly can if you want to join tonight, because it's nothing better than being interactive. So this is the link for the family who wants to join. And anyone, and another guideline, there's no profanity used. We're not going to deal with that energy. I don't tolerate it. Because this program right here, I mean, I don't know, we'll see. It all depends. If it's every other word, it all depends. I know we all express our emotions in different way, correct? So, in regards, what is naturopathic? What is a naturopathic medicine? So one of the things, I have a naturopathic doctor that I visit regularly. He's been a blessing to me and just kind to redirect my health. So just a quick definition according to what my doctor gave me. Naturopathic medicine is a comprehensive approach to health, healing that combines modern scientific knowledge with traditional and natural forms of medicine. Naturopathic doctors address the mental, the emotional, the physical aspects of an individual and aim to treat the root cause as well as the symptoms of the illness. Okay, so you have there's 4 principles of naturopathic medicine. The healing powers of nature. It recognizes the inherent self-healing process in the person. So it identifies and treats the causes. First, do no harm. And the doctor is a teacher to educate you on how you can take control of your health, and you treat the whole person and not just part of the person. And it's about prevention, not being reactive, but prevention. So that's the whole body of naturopathic medicine. And when you go to a naturopathic doctor, a lot of times they will do things like take your body your body composition to see where your fat is, or iridology, where they take a picture of your eyes to see the stress levels, to see what kind of damage that is being done to different parts of your different organs and different areas of your body, so that you can get a whole full body picture, because your eyes share everything with the doctor, but most doctors are not knowledgeable that in that information. So you will know if you need issues with your ovaries, or if it's something with your liver, or whatever part of your body. Your eyes will tell that. So iridology will do that. So the naturopath, he takes into account the whole body to treat the whole body internally and externally. So just to kind of give you a quick idea of what naturopath medicine is. So with our sister circle, we tend to do a meditation in the beginning of the of us getting together, and Aishi, she tends to lead it because she's so good at it, and she's done it for the majority of our gatherings. So she's going to take lead of tonight and guide us in meditation and through the whole process of what we do from beginning to end as sisters. Okay, Aisha, I'm gonna mute myself.
So basically, are we okay? So are we going into meditation right now?
Well, let's give the benefits of meditation,
Okay. Okay. So the benefits of meditation is it calms you down. It makes you mindful of, I want to say, yourself is the best way to describe it. To hear the inner thoughts, and it's basically a time to sit down with yourself. Oftentimes we're very busy and we don't have time. We're always working, always just doing something. And so meditation for me is sitting down with yourself um, and getting to know you and being still, and also getting closer to um, your creator as well. But putting you, to me, I see it as like a reset button with all that's going on. So that's the best way, I can describe it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and what I do, and well, first of all, if I could just give a background of the sisters group, because of all that's going on,
Right.
for those who know me, know that I talk, but I'm about that action too. And I don't have too much patience for people who just talk and there's no action behind it. And so I just, we saw a huge need for sisterhood because of all that is going on in the world. And I actually was in a sisters group back in college, way back when. I'm not going to say how long ago that was because that will give away my age. But it was way back when. I was in a sisters group, and I remember the two sisters who headed it. They were phenomenal. And I think at that moment, not to say I didn't go through anything, but of course, life kicked in later on. But what they planted a seed in me. And it's so interesting how it blossomed as a flower. And I'm basically doing what they did for me. And so I just got a bunch of my friends together, because without knowing their specific stories, which a lot of them do share stuff with me and confidentiality, but without even knowing their story, one thing that I did know was that it was hard for them in this society, whether they told me specific stories or not. If I didn't know nothing else, I know that it's harder for a Black woman to navigate through this world. A lot of us have kids, whether they're young or adults. So it was imperative and all the trauma that we face. So it was imperative that instead of I always talk about the negative things, do something about it. And I did something about it. And we started a group. We first in the group, I like for people to talk about how their week was, their day, or how they're feeling. First and foremost, actually, before I do the meditation, because I think it doesn't make sense to meditate and then have them talk about what's going on in their lives, how they feel. So that's their way of just expressing whatever. And expressing however. I don't tell them, oh, don't say it like that, or don't scream, or don't, I just let them feel how they feel, and no apologies. They had a bad day at work, or the society's getting on their nerves, or they're having issues with their husbands or child's father. I just let them just fully express themselves. And then after that, I do the meditation to calm them down from whatever they have or are experiencing. In terms of the mindful eating, did you want me to go into
Well,
that?
no. So not yet. So one of the
Okay.
things that I wanted to break down is with the benefit of meditation. Meditation has several benefits that are listed that we should really take in consideration. It helps you gain a new perspective on stressful situations. That's why it's so important to take especially with a lot of the madness that we're seeing, to take a time to sit, breathe, um, mull around what's happening before we react to it, because it's a lot of reaction that I'm seeing that's happening, and myself included. When I say these things, I include myself in this. It helps you build skills to manage your stress, increases self-awareness. It helps you focus on the present and not the past. It helps you deal with and navigate through negative emotions. It gives you increased imagination and creativity. And then it increases your patience and your tolerance. And with meditation, there's also other forms of meditation that you can deal with. We have Reiki energy that you can also tap into. Reiki energy is the healing touch, right? And it helps you with the connection of flows, life energy, so that you can kind of release energy in regards to stress. And not everyone has that skill. Yeah, it's the skill. That's a skill art, Reiki energy. You have yoga. Yoga is the spiritual practice that builds strength, flexibility, and equilibrium to enhance alertness, vitality, deep relaxation, breath control, as well as chanting. That's why when you meditate in any form, whether it's Reiki, yoga, or mindful based stress reduction, it requires breath work. Even in certain Asian countries, they just focus on breath work, which I'm working on. I was supposed to be doing before COVID happened. But knowing how to breathe in and out is so simple, but a lot of people don't know how to do that. And meditation helps you work through that energy. Then you have, which I kind of mentioned real quick, mindful based stress reduction, which teaches skills of managing stress and pain. This is done through guided activities such as this. So when you're you're guided so that you don't have to think too much. You can just kind of go through it. And then acupuncture and Chinese medicine is also another form of meditation, because you have to deal with your breath work. And if anyone has had acupuncture, it's a moment of stillness. So these are all different types of meditation, and they all have benefits that are all in alignment. It just all depends on what you choose to go through. So we usually do a guided meditation in our group, because sometimes we do yoga as well. Have we done any Reiki yet? We haven't done it, because I know Sister Tamara knows how to do Reiki energy. I can't hear you, Aishi.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was saying, can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
I was saying no. I don't remember ever doing that.
I don't think we've done that, no. But we've done the yoga and what have you. So that is also a great meditation process. So do we want to share? Sister Renee, welcome. I hope you got a chance to hear most of everything that we were sharing. Have you had any experience with meditation?
Well, I would probably have to say yes. May not be in the form of, how you all do it, but yes, most definitely.
How
Most
we do it?
definitely. Um,
How we do it?
I'm not
Explain
sure.
that. I want to know what you mean by that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure because it seemed like you all got a little thing going here. You got the white on and
Well, today's the winter solstice, 12/21. It's the winter solstice, and we're going into a new era of, we're going into air. 200 years. We've been 200 years of Earth, so now we're switching over to air. It's the winter solstice. It's a time for re-energizing, manifestation. So this is every year, winter solstice, but this is a special one because we have. I'm not going to. That's a no whole. I did a video on that, so for anyone who want to watch the video, go watch the video because we start talking about that. That's going to be a whole hour in itself.
oh, okay.
Yeah, and so that's why. So you wear white. You kind of meditate, you pray. So this show just fell on the most perfect night. You know.
I see.
hmm Yeah,
Sounds real
definitely.
nice.
So share. What kind of meditations do you do?
Well, I do a lot of aromatherapy. Um, of course, I get in my little jacuzzi, with candles, with really nice melodic music. And, I just kind of, focus on whatever is good. So that's
hmm
kind of sort of how I, relax and meditate.
So this will be your first time you doing like a sister group. So one of the things that we like to do is, is there one thing that you like to share that when you kind of want to release? And it doesn't have to get too personal, because we are on live. But this with an intimate group, you can get really personal, and we get very personal in our personal setting. But on here, have there been anything that you felt like in regards that you could share that, things you've been concerned with, things that you've seen? I know I've seen a few things that kind of had me concerned, but I want to let you share first.
Yeah, so, with the whole COVID-19 and, just my experience, just in the health profession for such a long time, I'm really seeing the deliberate neglect and harm, to Black people, by health professionals. And so it's not getting any better, it's actually getting worse. And it's an area where we typically, when I say we, I'm talking about, Black people, we typically don't, navigate in that world and really talk about, some of the negative experiences that we've had, both with nurses or physicians. We don't exercise our voice. When it comes to our health, we don't, communicate with each other, like your neighbors. And, we continue to go to these same people, who do harm to us. And I guess if it wasn't somewhat of some type of intervention, with this COVID, pretty much, um, Black folks would just be halted straight to the body bags. I have seen where, some of these physicians, when people, are sick and they have respiratory problems, they really don't want to be bothered with them. They don't want to follow up. They don't want to give them, the right type of guidance, to help them to either recover or to let them know that they need to go to the hospital. It's really rampant. So I'm just kind of sort of at the point. Um, I really don't want to maintain in this profession here. So, if you don't have a conscience or, you just so detached, I guess that's the only way to, to survive it. But as for me, I'm just kind of, ready to be, done. So
Mm.
it's a real thing. Most
Yeah,
people.
that must be rough to watch.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Uh, Sister Anja Africa, welcome, welcome. Did you? Uh-oh, we lost Sister Renee, Leticia. Greetings, Sister Anja Africa.
Greetings, all. Are you able to hear me?
I can. I just want to I'm giving you a virtual hug. I'm so happy to see you
Right.
here.
Blessings, my beautiful sisters. I had to pop in. I just woke up and I saw your topic, and I was just like, you are always on point with your topics.
Alhamdulillah. That's
It's been
Allah. Allah Akbar. That's, that's God, nothing else. Alhamdulillah.
for
Yeah.
sure. I've been,
Hmm.
as you know, I've been on the continent, and I've been meeting sisters in different places. We just left Ghana, and now we are in Sierra Leone. We'll be leaving on the 24th to go to Gambia. And one of the things I noticed about some of the sisters here is they just, when I try to interview them or speak to them, immediately they're jumping to put on wigs. They're jumping to
Mm.
do things that they think will enhance their beauty. And I have to remind them that I see their beauty and I see their greatness without all of that. I just feel like, colonizers have had us to believe that we are not enough. And it kind of breaks my heart, but I let them know that, we don't need the pretense here. We are enough the way we are. We are great, and we should let our light shine and not dim them for anyone. So that's been my mission now when I see sisters, to just let them know how beautiful they are, how amazing they are. Like, I'm like, you out here hustling in the market, you got your baby on your back, you supporting your other sisters. It's enough.
I agree, Sister Anja Africa. That was one of the things that disturbed me as well. But I think the more we heal, the better it will get. And more sisters like you come on onto the continent, and the more they realize they can love themselves as they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm so
Yeah.
I'm so I'm so happy you're here. I've been watching your story. I've been living vicariously through you. I'm loving it. I'm loving
Uh,
it. You share just enough. You share just enough. I appreciate love it. Sister African Millennial, how are you?
Good evening, Empress. I'm
Um,
fine, thanks.
oh, great, great, great. What would you like to share? What's on your heart?
Yeah, I like the topic. I like these sisterhood um, fellowship things because it's just really hard nowadays to be honest and speak about certain things without people judging you and
Hmm.
calling you a square, calling you weird, calling you old fashioned. Oh, this is not going to work. But some of these things are things that people have never heard before. Like, I keep forgetting that the way that I was raised is not the way that everyone else is raised. Like,
Right.
everybody has different circumstances. Some people never even had, for instance, let's say a grandmother to tell them, oh, this is what you need to do, this is what you shouldn't do. Some people just never had that type of, I guess, family background, or people who even really care about them telling them things when they were growing up. So it's like I'm seeing that there are some people, especially some women, and it's like the questions that they're asking is like questions that I'm like, what? You didn't know this? But then I have to understand that not everyone was raised that way and not everyone has been so fortunate. So we can't just not talk about certain things because we think everybody knows or everybody, yeah, we can't just not talk about certain things because we think that everybody knows. It's our responsibility to keep reinforcing certain things that some people have never heard before. It's our responsibility because we don't have, I guess in some communities, we don't have enough of groups where we have weekly or monthly meetings in which we talk about, okay, as a woman, uh, this is basically, for instance, this is how you act feminine, right? Like that question has been coming around a lot. A lot of women don't even know what femininity is. A lot of women don't understand what that is. So some of these lost arts, I think that we should just have more sessions where we talk about things like that. Yeah, that could help.
I like that. I'm taking everything, and I've been like, you know, for me, I've been watching a lot that's been going on. I'm very protective over my sisters, and um, I'm not liking all the feminine energy that I'm seeing in our brothers, where they're attacking our sisters like women, and I'm not liking seeing that my sisters have lost the ability to have to be feminine because they have to protect themselves. And I'm seeing us having to be more man-like, and sometimes it's hard for us to switch into that feminine role and that feminine energy because society is not allowing us to. And it's not an attack on my brothers, but I caught myself, like someone was messing with one of my sisters, and I caught myself, you know, acting like a man, and I just came for the brother, and I had to check myself and pull myself back and say, you know what, that's not your place. Let these brothers check them. You know, let the brothers handle it. And a lot of us, we have forgot that because we have been forced, and that's one of the things that I'm struggling with myself. And so one of the things that's been a blessing with this with our sister group, when we're able to vent this, we're able to talk it out, and I want us to take whatever we learned tonight and take it back with your group and your friends, because this is a quiet hill. This is something that we do in private, but we decided to do it today because we felt it was needed, and we wanted to share the blessing that has blessed us. And so I hear you. So tonight we're going to work through that process of learning how to do that. And then we're going to continue to build and grow and help and heal each other on this platform as well. I'm cutting the sisterhood series back down to once a month, and I think that would be a time when we can all come together and we can work through. And I like to come with the resources and actual like things that's going to help us, and we'll just grow from there, because I'm feeling it too. I'm not liking that. I forget how to be a woman sometimes. I do. So I'm going to let Sister Aisha Kiba take it from here. You can share yours, and then we can do the meditation.
Okay. Um, do you want me to share the breakdown of how I normally do the group?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. This is informative as well.
Okay. Do you want me to start with the mindful eating?
Uh,
What you want me to
it
do?
looks like the way we do the meditation with positive affirmation, deep breaths, and then it's the mindful eating after that.
Right. So would you like for me to start the meditation at the
Yeah.
beginning? I know you wanted to do it at the end.
We can do it. We can do the actual meditation at the end, but let's start with what is it? The positive affirmations, because I thought we normally do the positive affirmations first.
Right. Right. Exactly. So again, we came together to form a group, and for those who feel like, oh, I can't do it, I'm too busy, or oh, I can't do it, I can't be in charge of anything. That's just truly a myth. I mean, you just have to put yourself out there and just gather some women together. They can be your friends, family members, some sisters in the community. If you don't feel comfortable having them the women that you don't know yet at your house, and you can have it at community centers. But what I like to do is start off with after people vent, and normally we do a meditation. Normally, that's the format. But in this case, we're just going to do it at the end to bring everything together and leave it on a peaceful note. But so there's a portion that we have called thankfulness, and that's just a time that we take to be thankful for everything. You know, thankful, for example, thankful for food, thankful for the roof over your head, thankful for your family, thankful for a job. You know, a lot of people are not working currently. So just being very grateful and thankful, that's a part of the sisters gathering. And why it's important to be thankful, I think many reasons. In our daily life, we don't get to relish in the things that we're thankful for. We're always on just always in overdrive. And we never really get to, and that's why meditation is important. We rarely get to just like, you know, bring it down and woosah. So sometimes we forget all the things that we do have. And sometimes we become ungrateful, and we tend to, some of us, I notice, tend to be very complaining. And it's nothing wrong with getting it out there, because we do that in our group, but we also reel it in with the meditation. You know, we reel it in with the thankfulness. So the benefit of that is, first of all, you put it out into the universe, you know, and, you know, for those who believe in God or higher power, or just those who just believe in putting things out in the universe, being thankful, other than you recognizing the things to be thankful for that you take for granted, is also a way of just putting it out there into the universe and putting positivity. And that's some, you know, a form of, I don't want to say affirmation, but it's just a form of positivity being put out there. And I think it's just important to remember that in the midst of, like I said, a lot of us, well, let me not say a lot, some of us are complainers. And so in the midst of, you know, living in the world that we do, and kind of being taught to complain, and hearing, you know, our moms and our aunts and people around us complain, thankfulness is a way of just remembering, like, wow, okay, I'm complaining, but I have a job. You know, I'm complaining, but I have so much to be thankful and blessed for. So that's why that's so important, to remember the things that you have, and little things like, I mean, this may sound funny to some, but having two feet, you know, 2 legs, 2 arms, like sometimes we even thankful for that. And I remember I used to do that with my son, and I need to get back into that. But I bring him up because I remember he used to say, "Mommy, I'm thankful for my feet and my," and I would laugh, but it's true. Like the littlest things that we take for granted. There's people out there who don't have legs. There's people out there who don't have food. There's people who out there who don't have teeth and arms and just so many things. And so just being thankful, and it feels so good when you do it, because you're just putting all this positivity out there and remembering all the things that you do have, instead of complaining about the things you don't. So I feel like that's why it's important. And I think at this time, if the sisters can share what they're thankful for.
Sister Anja Africa, since I know it's late for you, can you go ahead and share what you're thankful for?
Oh, absolutely. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I am thankful for finding like-minded people. Yeah, I've found family members in this virtual world that I don't even have in person. So it's such a blessing to be able to come together with brothers and sisters and build these connections. I'm very thankful for that. I am thankful for my vision, that I'm able to see things beyond what is presented. Thankful for that third eye that got me out of the West. Thankful for the ability to smell, taste, touch, and to have pillow fights with my son. We had a pillow fight this evening. He is 18. We haven't had a pillow fight since he was probably 4. Of course, he
That's
won,
so cute.
but um, and that's it. There's so much more, but I want to thank this sister for just, that reminder, because you are so right. It's the little things, it's just the things that we overlook and that we take for granted.
Yes.
Sister African Millennial, what are you thankful for, sis? African Millennial? She must have walked away. Okay. I'm going to say I'm thankful for just the sisterhood that I have created. I'm gonna wait till us African millennials back. I'll wait. I'm thankful for being fruitful and multiplying. I'm thankful for having the roof over my head. I'm thankful for the clothes on my back. I'm thankful for the thoughts in my head. I'm thankful for the sisterhood that I've created. I'm thankful for the women who have come into my life who have been a blessing. I'm thankful for all the women who helped me through all the years when I didn't have a mother. I'm thankful for the women who walked in my life and filled those shoes of a mother for me that when I needed it most. I'm thankful for the men who were surrounded me who did protect me when I needed protecting. I'm thankful for the upbringing that I have. I'm thankful for the education I have. I'm thankful for the mind that I have. I'm thankful for this platform to be able to reach out to so many people. And I'm thankful for God giving me the sight to choose the path that I have. And I'm thankful for being on a Siratul Mustaqim. And I'm thankful for my sister and Aishi.
Aw, that was beautiful. That sounded like a prayer. I felt that.
Yep.
African Millennial, hey, how are you, honey? What are you thankful for?
Yeah, I'm thankful for finally understanding who I am. Like, I'm thankful that it's like I finally found a missing part of me. I found the missing piece of the puzzle because back in the days, I had a very individualistic mentality and very low self-esteem, actually, knowing where I came from, because all I saw was, I'll be honest with you, I saw a lot of poverty where I came from. So I kind of internalized that. And I thought, okay, well, that's where I come from. That's all my people have to offer. It wasn't really a good place to stand on. And then learning about other cultures and how they were bragging about how wonderful they were, it made me feel like, well, what can I brag about? What can I say about my people? But then when really looking into the history of who we are, I found out that we actually have created a lot of things, and even the things that other cultures make fun of us, those are things that we have strength in. Like, for instance, if we're talking about healing, we know ancient ways of how to heal each other. We know all these lost type of arts that some other cultures don't. And knowing that has made me understand that we're actually more important than who they say we are. So it's really important that we uphold that. I'm also thankful for my position in life. I'm not the richest person, but knowing what I know now, I understand that I could use the resources that I've been blessed with to actually help others. That's always been something that I wanted to do. I've always wanted to make an impact on other people. So knowing that I can finally start to do that, it's an amazing feeling. It really is.
All right. So Sister Aisha Keeper, did you do your thankful?
Kind of, sort of. I think I just broke it down what what we do in a group. But I'm thankful for so many things. I'm thankful for the sisterhood. I'm thankful for, meeting and having in my life like-minded people. I'm thankful for all the people who came in my path throughout my life. They served a purpose. Some are still there, some are not, but they certainly served a purpose and helped to mold me to who I am. I'm thankful for my son. I'm thankful for my family. Thankful for a job. I'm thankful for being able to work from home. I was going to say something, but I'm trying to be positive. So I was just going to say it can be challenging, but I'm learning to just think positive with it because I see my son flourishing with his reading. And so although I have to keep telling him to sit down, to focus on a teacher, I'm so thankful that I'm able to be at home and work from home, and I'm able to teach him. Like, that's such a blessing because I see the fruits of my labor that's being put into him. I'm thankful for every single limb. I'm thankful for everything in my body working right because our bodies are so fragile but complicated, and it's so many things that are working together to make our bodies work. And if one little thing is thrown off, your body will just be completely thrown off. So I'm thankful for my machine working pretty well and every limb. I'm thankful for a roof over my head. I'm thankful for food to eat and never having to worry about any food. I'm thankful for my family, us being there for each other. I'm just, thankful for so many things. But yeah, that's it for me.
All right. So normally after we've done in our group, we've been on there talking for a while, going because it's like how many of us is in our group? Like 11?
Yeah, it's approximately 11, give or take.
11. So by the time we go through and do the discussion and done all our thankfulness, then we go into the mindful eating because we need some nourishment from all that emotion that we had just let loose. So we always try to make sure that we have food that's going to re-energize us,
Yeah.
nourish our every inch, every nerve ending. So one of the things with mindful eating in naturopathic medicine is also something that your doctors can work with you on. So one of the things what they say in regards to mindful eating, I'm going to share the benefits of mindful eating, and this is something we incorporate. Um, it means being fully attentive to your food as you buy, prepare, serve, and consume it. However, adopting the practice may take more than a few adjustments in a way to approach meals and snacks, because sometimes we still might end up buying like chips and stuff, and we know that's not part of mindful eating. But what some of the benefits of mindful eating, it reduces stress, it increases enjoyment, it's easier to digest, it reduces calorie, you lose weight, it's less binge eating, control food instead of it controlling you, and you can enjoy it much more thoroughly. So these are some of the benefits of mindful eating. So one of the things I brought here today, I have these are golden berries. These are from Peru. So it's like a sweet taste. You can taste all the juice, and you want to be very connected. So when you do your break time and you have your food, the food that you bring into your sisters group is very important, because that's part of the mindful meditation. You want your water or a natural juice, if you can make your own juice, and just have things that are going to nourish the brain, nourish your body, and that's going to be a blessing to you through that whole process, because it doesn't make sense that you're releasing all these toxins, all these emotional toxins, and then you put toxins back into your food. So mindful eating is also part of the mindful healing and meditation process. So I just wanted to share that part with you.
Can
So
I add something to that?
you sure
Kiddos?
can. You sure can.
A lot of times it's important to be mindful because a lot of everything we do, and a lot of times we don't have time to do that. And so I think the mindfulness is so important too, because a lot of times we overeat. And we're in a society where most of the women here are like obese or borderline obese. And that's because we are not thinking. Like, I just want us, including, I'm saying this to myself first, I just want us to just stop and just take it all in. You know, taking events that you just went through, taking the food, just take it all in and just be still. A lot of times we are so fast and we trying to get to the next job and we got the kids, and I get it, I understand it, because that's me. But just when I hear mindful thinking, I'm seeing that as another form of meditation, in a sense where you're stopping and you're slowing down, and you're actually thinking about what you are putting into your body. Oftentimes, a lot of people don't sit down and really enjoy and think about what they're getting ready to put in their body and take their time with it. You know, you're just rushing. And oftentimes that leads to overeating, that leads to eating unhealthy. So I think mindful eating will make you just kind of slow down and actually think about, okay, what am I getting ready to eat? And I think if you do that and actually think about it instead of just reacting, you'll actually eat more healthier, because you'll look at, oh, wow, okay, I got a bunch of mess in my plate. Okay. Versus if you're thinking about it, you're like, you know, you're less likely to eat unhealthy. Okay, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm not hearing her either. I thought it was just me.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I was muted. I was. I'm sitting here like da 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 da. Sister Anja, Africa or African lineage, have you all had any experience with mindful eating? Have you ever thought about it? Is it something that you incorporate in your life, or you know?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I know for me, you know, as I've gotten older, when I look at a plate, I look at the nutritional value. You know, I say to myself, what kind of nourishment are these things bringing to my body? And it's helped me not to eat things that aren't healthy for me. In addition to that, you know, I've always had a weakness for sugar, like baked goods and sweets. And I had to give them a negative association to stay away from them, you know, and that may work for some people and it may not. But I know for me, and I'll give you an example. I remember an ice cream truck coming through the neighborhood and enticing kids, you know, with these terrible things that weren't good for them, especially the ice cream out of the carton that they would serve as soft serve ice cream. And when I became associated with Queen Afua back in the day, I remember them saying, consider it the mucus truck. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Right? Because that's what happens, right? That's what happens. We have to blow our noses after we eat it. We have to.
Kids.
Yes,
They're always
absolutely.
also
We have to expel. Absolutely. We have to expel that mucus from our bodies after we eat it. And we don't even think about it because we're talking about how good it tastes. So
Mm-hmm.
that is one of the things that helped me stay away from ice cream, because I always view it and with that imagery that this is not good for my body, the after effect that it's going to have, and that it's not worth it. So being on a continent has been such a blessing because I have sought out soursop. Like, I actually got to eat soursop, not just buy the juice and pay,
Mm-hmm.
$20 for it, but I actually got to eat a whole soursop and share it with my son and be able to explain to him the nutritional value and how, it's good for cancer and the gums and the skin and all of these values. And so we were just talking because I didn't know that he was doing a well body challenge.
A
And
well body challenge? What
yeah,
is
my
that?
son, he's doing a challenge with his friends to show his body transformation, working out and eating well. And he said, Mom, in 21 days, he's developing this six pack. And he's like, look, like, it's happening. And he showed me the pictures tonight. And I was like, I didn't even know you were doing this. He says, I don't even know how it happened so quickly. I said, well, you haven't had any sweets. You haven't had any chips since we've been here. We've been here since December 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, wow, you're right. Like, I didn't even miss it. And now he swears that he's not going to eat processed food anymore, because when he eats on a continent, his eyes roll in the back of his head. He's tasting flavors. He's enjoying stuff. He's telling his friends, like, you have to try this. Like, this is so good. He's having fruits with seeds in it. Like, those are things that we take for granted in the West. We just eat all these hybrids, white potatoes and melons without seeds and grapes without seeds, and the real taste of what an apple should be without the wax on the skin,
Right.
all of these things. So it's
Right.
just it's just so important. And I said, like, I've had fruit juices here. Like, it made me wonder what I was drinking in the States.
I always
Like,
tell people, you don't realize that the food that you're eating here is not right until you go to Africa.
yes.
Food over there, you're like, wait a minute, what am I eating?
Exactly. Exactly. And, and fish. I mean, there are many people who don't eat meat, and I respect that. But I was a vegetarian for 20 years. I also was a vegan for a period of time. And I'm just at an age now where I realize that your body does require certain things. When you are menopausal, we don't think about how important it is to have certain nutrients in the body. That the body requires just a different type of nourishment as you get to different stages in your womanhood, to be aware of that. Just like when you're expecting, you should be taking in more of certain things, and it's just important to be aware of that.
Right, right,
That's such a good point. That's such a
right.
good point,
Yeah.
because our bodies, go through changes every so often. And back to mindful thinking, or mindfulness of what we eat and accommodating those changes. The sister brings up a very, very good point. And I think that's stuff that we should just really meditate on. And, even during your menses, there's things that you can take to ease it. And just, so that's a very good point. Very good point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's your experience, African millennial? Or is it something you've been practicing, or is it new to you, mindful eating, as far as your meditation process?
To be quite honest, it's not something that I consciously do. I think it's something that subconsciously it's been happening a little bit more naturally because
Mm-hmm.
of the state that we're in the world. So because of lockdown, I've been more cognizant and removed from some of the places that I used to go to. Like, for instance, I used to be the biggest Starbucks person. Like, every week I would have to go and get my treat from over there. And that was just something that I thought, okay, well, you know what? Like, it's no big deal. but really looking into the calories and the sugar and the additives that was in there, and also the fact that if I really do need coffee, I can just make that at home and I really don't need all these syrups and all this whipped stuff. It really has made me understand, okay, well, it's not that important and it's not going to do much for me. Also, that $5 that I used to use for that, I'm using it for something else, something that's a little more beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
Also, because of this lockdown, I've been able to eat more foods that would boost my immune system. Like instead of having foods that were already not necessarily processed, but let's say halfway processed, now
Mm-hmm.
I'm eating more natural foods, as in things that aren't really tempered with.
Right.
So now I never used to be, because of my coffee addiction, I never used to drink tea as much. But because I've been forced to kind of get rid of my coffee addiction, I've been able to actually make new teas. Not even just buy the leaves, but actually make teas from scratch. So that's something that I discovered. And these teas are really good. They help me sleep. They help my stomach also not have problems. So because of this pandemic and because of this lockdown, I've been able to actually research and look at more ingredients. And it's been such a blessing. I never knew I would be a tea fan until now. It's crazy.
All right. So that was, I thank you all for sharing. I really appreciate love you all sharing. Did we share our mindful? Did you share yours, Aishi? Your mindful? You did. Yeah, you did. Didn't you?
No,
No, go ahead.
I think I put my input in it, but to I can agree with the last sister. Like um because of my, sometimes busy schedule, I'm not specifically sitting down and taking it in per se. Um, but I definitely think I have definitely been mindful overall. Like I eat more healthier because of the corona. I normally cook anyway, but I've cooked even more. Um, and I'm much more mindful of, I've cut back on, milk. So in a sense or in essence, I am mindful of what I eat because I eat more smoothies and I know a couple of this is another sisters group that's not really spiritual based where we just have fun and talk and well the last time when I met up with them we had a session about herbs, so they shared a lot of herbs, so incorporating those things into my body. And then there's a powder that a good friend of our family shared with me that had before this epidemic or pandemic went down, it had stuff like elderberry in it and just a whole bunch of spirulina, just a whole bunch of cinnamon and just all type of stuff. And he mixed it together for us. So in a sense, I have been um, mindful subconsciously and incorporating a lot more things into my body. So I think I am mindful. I remember when we did have the sisters group, I had it where we sat down and tried to be mindful of what we're eating. I can't say I do that because sometimes I be hungry and my food be good. So I just go in. So I just, I don't look at my food and be like, oh, I'm about to eat this nutrition. But one of the sisters mentioned that that's what she does. And I think I'm going to start doing that. I haven't, reached that level per se.
Mm.
But subconsciously, like the last sister who spoke mentioned, I am in a sense conscious because I'm buying a lot of nutritional stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
One of the things that I like, Sister Aisha Kiba has herbs in her yard, and when we come to her house, one of the things we do, like the lavender, and it just kind of makes me think of like lavender tea. We'll rub it and then
I
smell
forgot
it.
about that. I did do that, didn't I? I forgot.
And you take the herbs and you just rub them, and it's just I have basil burning right now, because even with that, when you're reminded of it, it keeps you thinking. I know I've been having some challenges with mindful eating lately, because of, I'm being selective about my words right now, about us, the circumstance that I'm in right now. And so I find myself not cooking and eating out more. So with that, I have to be very mindful. And I know Sister Aisha Kiba can tell you where I usually end up where I'm at, usually getting, I'm at the smoothie hut,
Yeah,
ordering me
normally healthy stuff.
a smoothie
For
with
the
no
record.
sugar and ginger, but it's like, because I am eating out so much, I have to be so mindful of what I'm getting, because I have to trust someone else with my nutrition. So I get hummus wraps, and so you can be mindful and have on this go lifestyle. Um,
Yes.
but it's being mindful of it. So that's been a real challenge, because sometimes I'm telling you, I just want a big thing of hot chocolate or whatever, but I'm like, with what's going on, I have to be extra careful. I have hypothyroid, so already know I don't have a metabolism, so everything I do, I have to be extra mindful of what I'm doing, what I'm intaking, and then with everything that's going on. Yeah, so mindful eating is something we do now. Normally, in our sisters group, after we do our discussion, we do a meditation, but we're saving the meditation for last. And we have done, and then we do the thankfulness towards the end. So at this point, this is when we get into our brag session, right?
Okay. Can I just add one last thing before you
You
move
sure
on?
can.
I think, we have to look at food in a way that we're not depriving ourselves. If you can find healthy replacements for the things that you enjoy, I think it'll be easier to mend your relationship with food. Like African millennial was saying, she's drinking less coffee. I know a lot of people that are vegetarians that have replaced coffee by using cacao powder, that have replaced chocolate by using cacao powder. And there's other herbs and nutritious things that you can use to replace those urges. Like when we talk about replacing white sugar, people have gone to turbinado sugar. They've used agave, monk fruit. And there's so many other options, but you just have to be open to explore.
Very true.
Yeah, I agree.
Is
Yeah.
one of my favorite things to eat is steel cut oats. And I haven't had steel cut oats since I've been here. And what I've realized is, I really don't even need breakfast, because when you eat nutritiously, one meal is enough.
Yeah.
The continent, they don't necessarily do 3 meals a day. That's like, that's a
That's the
colonizers.
European
It's
thing.
yeah, it definitely is. And so we eat one nutritious meal and drink lots of water, and we're straight for the whole day. In fact, there's been times when I've sat down with a seeded watermelon, papaya, one papaya that's about as big as my head, and I'm good. Like, I don't need anything else to eat.
Yeah, because what happens is, as we live in these cold regions, and
Yes,
a lot of the food that grows in this region is seasonal, so that's why you had to eat
yes,
more, because you wasn't getting the nutritional value that you needed. But on the continent,
actually,
the food there is so nutritional that your
yes,
body is getting all the nutrients that is needed in one meal, in the
yes,
fruit. So it's a big difference. So what is it called? I think it's cold food. I forget what they call the food here, but it's just
Frankenstein
Yeah.
food.
yeah. So that's what it is.
Yeah.
So when you're eating it, you're
Yes.
eating nothing, and then you're like, you're hung. As soon as it goes through, you're hungry again.
Exactly. You're not satisfied. You need to invest in a good blender, invest in a good juicer. You want to invest in those things so that you don't have to go to someone else to
Mm-hmm.
prepare them for you, because you're able to make them for yourself anytime you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's true.
Yep. Yep. That was a good point, Sister Angela Africa. Thank you for that. All right. So this is this next area that we go into because a lot of us, we don't brag on ourselves. We don't give ourselves kudos. I hear a lot of my sisters and I'm talking to myself as well. We when we don't accomplish when we don't accomplish the 20 things that we have on our list, we beat up on ourselves, not realizing we accomplished 19 out of the 20. And we beat ourselves up for the one. So one of the things that we really try to focus on is bragging. Bragging on our accomplishments, what our family's done, our youth, because a lot of times it's a lot of struggle and challenges here in the West, and that tends to be highlighted. So we make a concerted effort to talk about the positive and the good things, no matter how small, whether it was like I cut my own toenails today. I never cut my toenails, you know, uh, and be happy out and having genuine people actually happy for you, because when you have that intimate circle, we know each other. So you're like, yeah, girl, you always go to the nail shop. I'm shocked. I'm really proud of you. So we take the time out to brag on ourselves without feeling unapologetically, and the rest of us allow it, and we're not looking at it like you're being, and the more you brag about, the better it is, and we love it. And so, because a lot of times we have gotten in a habit where we don't share things because, we got haters. No, we're stopping that. We say
I
that
can't get
we
it
say
on.
that we
I'm
say
not.
this
You want to try?
phrase, look at us. When
I'm
you do
touching the
something
red button.
amazing, look at us. Look at us. We are amazing. My sister is building in Africa. Look at us.
That's right.
My family is building in Gambia. Look at us.
Mm-hmm.
Being happy and proud as if it was our own accomplishment, because this is our family, and we've gotten away from that because we still have this mentality that we're working through. But the portal has been open, so we know that we have been trained to put our foot, try to climb over our brothers and sisters, and not being happy for their achievement because
That's
of
so
envy
true.
and jealousy. So we do a brag session, and it was hard at first. I know it was hard for me at first when I first started doing it, because I felt embarrassed and ashamed to brag on myself. But now it's almost kind of like a release, like
That's
I
right.
got to brag on myself.
You
So,
know what? I think
Sister Aisha Kiba, can you elaborate?
sure. I was just gonna say I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
My
you're
apologies.
fine. You're good.
So I think a couple of people felt the way you did. One of the sisters, she has so much to brag about, things that you don't even think to brag. Just like earlier, things that you don't even think to be thankful for. You can, same concept with bragging. There's so many things to brag about. And I mean, my experience is, I don't want to say I hate to harp on the past, but to be better for the future, you have to address and digest is another word I'm looking for. Basically, you have to acknowledge all the things that happen to you, because a lot of the things that we go through is stemming from our childhood. And I think as Black people, we just never felt adequate in this country, right? Like that's why, and I'm not saying all of us, but a lot of us haven't. And that's why a lot of times we wear our wealth, even when we may not have a lot of money, on our bodies. We wear, name brand clothes and purses. And if that's what you do, I'm not, criticizing anybody because I have some name brand stuff too. So I'm not saying I'm all, but at the same time, what I learned psychologically, and if anybody has anything to add with that, is that it's because we don't feel worthy. So when we have a nice car or a nice outfit, it's making us feel valid, like we mean, we worthy. A lot of times when we work places that's successful, we don't feel worthy. A lot of times when we live places, we move places, and it's of high caliber or nice, we don't feel worthy. We feel like we constantly have to prove ourselves. And like the sister said, and I'm sorry for addressing y'all as sister, but I don't want to butcher y'all names. So until I learn y'all names, I'll probably address y'all by y'all names. So please forgive me. But like the sister said earlier, a lot of times, when she went to Africa, how people were just, colonized and wearing wigs and stuff. And it looks like they are going through, some mental issues with not feeling adequate. It's the same thing we feel here. We don't feel adequate, or when we're around certain people of caliber or a particular race, sometimes we, don't feel adequate. So I know for me growing up, I went to, and we didn't know the people who we didn't know no better because I didn't know any better. And I exhibited certain behavior. But I just remember, and I shared this with kiddos, how the schools that I went to, they weren't African centered or anything. And it was, not to keep bringing up the crack epidemic, but it was during that era. And it was so toxic. At the time, I didn't really see it that way. But then when I became an adult, I'm like, oh my gosh, it was so toxic to the point where nobody congratulated each other. I remember even me saying stuff like, oh, she thinks she's cute. What I really want to say is she is cute. She's pretty. But a lot of us weren't taught to think that way. And, I just remember receiving like hateration, so to speak, from adults, from my peers. And I definitely was hating on some people. I can admit that today. I couldn't admit it back then, but it stemmed from hurt, and it stemmed from we weren't filled up with love. And looking back at it, was so much trauma that happened. So that was the only way people could express themselves. So a lot of times as Black women, we're taught to like completely not talk about the goodness that we have, or not to brag, so to speak, because we may come off as conceited. Mm-hmm. Or, oh, she thinks she cute, or she thinks she got this and she got that. And with the sisters group, that's our opportunity to celebrate and get us used to celebrating each other, because we're not used to doing that. So it's totally to get us used to it. Because even me, I didn't grow up in that environment. So it's to help me too, to get used to hearing good things about my sisters and being comfortable with saying good things about myself without feeling like, oh, she bragging. Oh my gosh, she always, this her 6th degree. Good Lord, how many degrees she gonna have? Just really celebrating us and being okay with that. So I think that's so important for people who are in a foreign land and never fully felt validated. And we come with so many talents and so many, Black women are the bomb.com. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, maybe I'm a little biased because I'm Black, but like really, I mean, even if you saw the movie The Help, like people really needed us and need us. And we just got it going on. And this is a portion of the sisters group where we speak about what we have going on without feeling like we can't do that.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to do our own brag session on here. Share as little or as much as you want. I'm going to let African Millennial go first.
Yeah. So because my computer is not working right now, so it's given me a lot of time to reflect, thankfully, while I'm waiting for my computer to get fixed. Naturally, I'm the type of person that when I get bored, I don't know why, I like to clean a lot. So I've been having this whole cleaning session, rearranging furniture, doing some deep cleaning, getting rid of certain things, which is great because I didn't even realize how much of a hoarder I was. So I just got rid of a whole bunch of things in my house, and it's it's it's
Feels good, right?
yeah, it feels good, like a weight has been lifted off my shoulder.
Mm.
Getting rid of all that junk. I didn't really think it would be that great. Another thing that I would like to brag about is I've actually been putting some of my cousins through school, and it's something that I didn't know I could brag about because I'm like, oh, this is just what we do in my family. But I understand right now that when we're talking about unity and when we're talking about supporting each other, this is some of the things that sometimes we have to do, especially for those who are less fortunate.
Mhm.
So it's something that I didn't think was that important, but now really reflecting and thinking about it, if you can do, these small deeds to other people, what will come back to you, you know? So
Mhm.
I can't wait to see in the future what will happen, and this is definitely something that I want to it's a habit that I want to pass down to my children if possible, that they shouldn't just think about themselves. If your cousins are not doing great, then you're not doing great, and vice versa.
Mm. Exactly. Are you done, sis?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Sister Anja Africa, thank you so much. Ashe. Uh, what you want to brag about? You have a lot to brag about. I
You
want you to
know,
be.
it,
I want you to be braggalicious. Okay. I want you. I
Oh, I
want.
like
I want.
that.
I want you to go to town. All right. I need you to go to town right
oh
now.
boy. Well, let me just say, African millennial. I just love hearing that young sister speak. I always enjoy hearing her talk, and I think that's such a beautiful thing, that she can help her relatives get their education without worrying about the strains of how they're going to pay for it. Those are things we take for granted in the West, having public schools.
Mm,
Um, it is so funny, that you brought that you all always have a topic that makes me go, wow, like I really didn't think about that. And when a sister was talking before, she's correct. We are taught not to brag about ourselves because that's considered conceited or wrong in some way. Um, One of the things that has come to me since I've been planning this transition to the continent is that when I'm in the West, I don't like talking about my credentials because people act like their credentials make them a better person, right? And so I would always get annoyed by people who talked about how many letters they had behind their name and who they were associated with. Because my thing is, what's your moral character? What's your moral fiber? Do you have any integrity? So I didn't choose to share who I was with them, but all that meant was that I was dimming my light, right? So now I'm here on a continent, and when I don't pull out my resume literally, but when I talk to them about the things that I want to do and what I have done and what I'm trained in, I realized that it was all for this, you know? So I'm saying that to say, um, when I went to law school and I graduated and I practiced law briefly and I hated it. I literally hated it in the West because one of the first jobs I had was representing juveniles that were being tried as adults. And it was just heart wrenching for me. I now realize that I'm an empath and that there are certain jobs I cannot do because of my emotional attachment to our people. When I see injustice, I'll be the one sitting behind bars because I will go at the judge's throat. I'll go at the prosecutors. It's just not a good place for me to be in. So I have to find how I can assist from another way. But yes, I went to law school. I have a bachelor's degree. I have a doctorate degree. I was outpatient therapist. I managed group homes and homeless shelters. I was a fitness instructor. I modeled. I trained in African dance and drumming. It's just so much. My experience in social services goes from, like, I used to process adoptions under Judge Judy. For those who know the TV personality, like, that's how long ago that has been. I was a case worker, case manager, advocate. And just on my own thing, for my own personal love of things, I owned an art gallery. I paint. I'm a poet. I can lay tile and paint, walls. I flip homes. I'm certified in mobile home investing. I mean, the list is endless. It really is. I cook, I bake, like, I do all these things. And it's funny because my son's been telling me for the longest to start a YouTube channel because of all of these different talents, but I grew up believing that I had to focus on one thing, and that, you can't master anything if you're a jack of many trades, but what happens to our greatness as a people? We are just multi-talented. And we can excel in all the things that we want to excel in. So coming to the continent, I'm like, there's a reason why I have this resume. There's a reason why I have this education, because I'm going to bring it to the continent and utilize all these skills to get all these young people started in these fields. I think the very last thing that I realized before we made this trip, I was on the computer one day and I was like, I was always made to feel like I was trying to tell people what to do. But I wasn't telling them what to do. I have a gift of people telling me they have a problem, and I am able to immediately come up with resources to say, hey, listen, have you tried this? Did you call this person? Did you do that? It just comes to me like that. And that's it, that's it. That's all in a nutshell.
I say. And like we say in a group,
I'm telling you,
look at us.
the family is loving hearing all these wonderful things about you ladies. Do you want to go next, Aisha Kiva?
Well, I just want to say before I go is look at us, right? Like, I never forget, I first heard
Look
that
at
from
us.
Look at us. She's
Look
a
at
reflection of
us.
us, right? Like, and so I think if we start to look at each other that way, we'll be even more just loving when people talk about their celebrations and what they've accomplished, instead of looking at it as competition, or look, just like, look at us. Like,
Yes.
and I remember it was a sister who we went to Ghana with, and that's when I first heard that term. We were walking across the street. We just came from one of the embassies, remember? And funny thing is, that sister don't remember saying it, but that's okay. I would never forget she said that.
She said a lot of great stuff.
Right. And we were crossing the street, and this Mercedes, and I'm not, I'm not saying necessarily materialistic things or degrees or whatever make you, make you worthy, but it's an accomplishment, right? Like,
yes.
And it was a black woman Mercedes, and I never forget, she turned around, she said, look at us. And I felt that. I was like, yes, I've never heard nobody say that. Like, it's always, in this society, we always pitched against each other. So when I heard that, I was like, yes, I'm gonna start seeing my sisters when they accomplish stuff. It's like, look at us, look at my tribe, look at, my sister, myself, right? But I like the word braggalicious. I love that. So I'm gonna be braggalicious about
and I like what blind guy, his wife in their life said, bragnificent.
Bragnificent. I like that. I
I
think I'm gonna
love
change
it.
bragging, yeah, and put that in the group. Let's see, bragnificent or
Bragnificent.
braggalicious. Because I was trying to find another word other than bragging, that was more spiritual, and I couldn't think of one. So that sounds better. But
Thank
I'm
you
gonna be
for
braggalicious.
that. That's Sibling family. Thank you.
We some talented people. We be coming up with some stuff. I swear, we really do. That's why the world, trend, like we set the trend for the world. But at any rate, I want to be braggalicious about my son, reading. Like his brain is just growing and growing every time I hear him read. He's like reading better and better. And I know that I had a lot to do with that. I'm gonna be braggalicious about my accomplishments. Like I've accomplished a lot within the last couple of years, and I haven't had time to really breathe and process it and do a ritual like they would do in other countries. And God willing, I'll maybe get a committee or a group together with rituals celebrating us. I'm gonna be braggalicious about, forming a sisters group. I'm not the most. I tell people I'm not the most organized. I'm not the most brilliant, but one thing I do is I talk about something and I execute it. Even though, like I said, among my friends, I be looking at my friends like they more organized and they got it together more. But for whatever reason, I tend to organize things. So, the fact that I didn't just keep talking about the group and just picked a date and picked itinerary and just made it happen. And I have different things and stuff like that, and I enjoy doing it. I'm be braggalicious that I am not in jail. That I don't have a record. I'm not down to nobody who do. But because living in this society, like if we think about what we up against, sometimes our own people, other people, and having all the trauma we have, I'm just grateful to not be locked up and be, and be able to check my emotions and my attitude to avoid getting locked up. Because sometimes, with all that we've gone through, it could be easy, very easy to just go there in a split second. So I'm bragging about that, like, staying out of jail or so that's about it. I'm sure, I have some other things to brag about, but I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it there.
All right. Is it my turn to be bragnificent?
It is. To be braggalicious.
I struggle with this one. This is one of the hard ones for me. Because it's like, yeah, it's a challenge for me, but I'm gonna I'm talented. I'm talented.
Right.
I make jewelry. I design clothes. I have a degree in design. I have I have accounting background. I do accounting. I educate. I have educated other children. I have other people's children. I have educated my own children. I have traveled around the world by myself. I traveled with my family. I have worked for myself. I have created businesses. I'm an entrepreneur. I have a wellness business. I'm beautiful. I have modeled. I am kind. I am loving. I'm encouraging.
I say.
Shay. It's really hard because it's like you want to pull back and it's just like no, go, and it's just sounds like. But it's like once you say it and the words release out your mouth, it's like, and especially when you're in a safe space, that's the
Yes.
so key is creating a safe space, and that's what we did for our group. We created a safe space so that we could share so much more, and that's what I want you all to do is just take this template with you all and create your own safe space. And we need it.
Yes.
So the next section that we're going into is this is when we come together and do our sisters pledge. And I put it in the description box for anyone who wants to read it, or to copy and paste it and take it for your own sisters group, and share it, because it's very powerful word. Now, how do we normally do it, Icy? Do we take turns reading it? How do we normally break that?
No, we don't take turns, but I think that would be actually a great idea. And that's my vision. That was one of my visions, to have us take turns, because I
Mm-hmm.
think when you say it, you sometimes feel it more
Mm-hmm. So
than if
we
you
we
just
we,
hearing
we
it.
all read it together.
Well, so
Oh
far
no,
I've just been reading it. Yeah,
you've been
I
reading
read
it.
it.
Well, you
Yeah,
want me to give you a break, or do you want to read it tonight?
sure.
Read it tonight.
I was trying to pull it up.
Okay,
So
I have it in front of me.
Sisters,
I can go ahead and read it. Yes, ma'am.
I just I just want to say I am using my phone, and when I don't know that I am able to switch from StreamYard to see what you put in the description
Well,
box.
what
So
I'll
I
do
may
is
not be able to
I'll,
read it
I'll
unless you're going to post it.
I'll text it to you. I'll text it to you so you can have it, and we'll just read it. Don't worry.
Okay, okay, thank you. So I'm gonna mute my mic and just listen to you all, okay? Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
okay.
So this is a pledge that we do in our sisters group. As a sister, I will. Let me put this over here really quick. Okay. Let me As a sister, I will encourage you. I will see you through the lens of love. I vow to be my sister's keeper, to work on behalf of all women and girls everywhere to nurture, support, and encourage our efforts to be free individually and collectively. I will always have your back. I will love my body and honor yours. I will be authentic with my voice. As a sister, I will listen to you and gracefully hold space for you. I will share my light. As a sister, I will see each woman's unique beauty, both inside and out. As a sister, I will encourage bravery and creativity. I will support my sisters by spending my energy and my money in ways that promote and celebrate womanhood. As a sister, I will respect your boundaries. I will give you the benefit of the doubt. I will love you unconditionally. I will trust you. As a sister, I will protect you. I will help you when you need it. I will be considerate and compassionate. I will reach my hand. I will stand beside you. I will remember that we are a tribe, the diaspora tribe with similar histories and background. When you shine, I shine because we are a reflection of each other, my sister, myself. When you hurt, I hurt because we are like a woven sweater. When one piece unravels, the whole sweater unravels. I will celebrate your achievements and accomplishments. As a sister, I will not share your secrets or what is shared with anyone outside of this group. Make myself lesser or greater than you. I will not see you as competition. I will not judge you to make myself feel better. As a sister, I will never betray you to receive personal attention. I will not allow you to settle. I will not hold myself up to a specific standard of womanhood. As a sister, I will never dim your light. I will not lie to myself or you. I will not spite other sisters or myself. I will not apologize for my path or existence, and I won't allow you to either. I will not take you for granted, and I will not project my insecurities and negativity upon you. And I will not be ashamed of be living in sisterhood. Ashe. So that is for everyone to share in their own groups. I'm telling you, I think a lot of time by the time we get to this section, after all the releasing, we've done cried, and and it gets really deep, sometimes, and it always takes that one person to share, and it's for everyone to open. And I remember when the first time we started sharing, Aisha Keeper was like, she's like, I'm surprised this one shared. I'm surprised this one shared. But it just takes that one person to just trust in her sister and share, and you'd be surprised. And the bond that we've created is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. You know, we have each other's back. We meet only once a month. We come from all different walks of life, all different religions, and we this is that flood. I don't talk to these ladies no other time but on that one day a month, and that's all we need. And if you create this with your own sisters and your own family, you'll see the healing. You'll see the healing happen. You'll see a change in the community. You really would. So, so how did you feel about that pledge, Sister African Millennial? I'm calling you Sister African Millennial and Sister Anja Africa. So what are your thoughts?
That was just amazing. It's wow, it's so beautiful to know that there's a pledge that is specifically just for us. And what I like about it is that it's so universal. As you mentioned before, it didn't say, oh, I only care about these type of sisters. I don't only care about these type of sisters, but I care about all of you guys. And that we're all in this together, and that we can be honest and real in a place where people are not judged, especially. It's just beautiful because we're all growing and we're all learning. And some of us, there's just certain things that you can't tell other people because they just don't understand. So to have a space in an area where you can be vulnerable and not be afraid of even having another sister check you, because I don't know if you guys know, but even in certain workplaces, I've noticed that some of us were really hard on each other. I don't know what it is, but we sisters, we check each other more than we check men sometimes. And I know we're not supposed to check men, but you know what I mean. It's like we're just so hard on ourselves. So
Mm,
I really like this. I think this is really cool. And
alhamdulillah.
I'll definitely keep this forward.
Yeah, pass it forward. That's what it's here for. Pass it forward. All right, Sister Anja Africa, your thoughts?
It was beautiful. I actually wrote in the chat, in the private chat when you were speaking,
Ah,
that that it was just beautiful because I don't know. I feel like this is how I live my life, you know, and I've been this way from a kid. Like I grew up in a house full of boys, but I always wanted to celebrate sisterhood. And I always felt like when I saw other sisters doing well, I wasn't jealous. I felt like it was an extension of me. Like, oh,
mm,
that sister's great. She's accomplishing things. What can I do to be like her? Or what can I do to assist that process? You
mhm,
know, so I never understood the cattiness between women because I was always looking for having that in my life, you know. So just hearing that was just like, I'm like, this is how I'm living my life. And, you know, I've always been that person. I would look at, there could be a family with a bunch of children. Let's say they had a bunch of daughters, right? And
mhm,
there's that one child that might be considered plain or not as bright. She would be the one that I would give the compliments to. I would
mhm,
find something about her to say, you know, you are so pretty. I love your complexion. I love your hair. You know, that's the coolest pair of shoes. That and it just and you just see these little kids light up when you give them compliments like that, when you take notice of them,
mhm.
you know, and people don't think to do that. They immediately look for what people think is attractive. And what's attractive is not the physical.
Right.
You know, it's what's internal and the spirit. And so I like to focus on that with our young people as well as our elders. You know, I still give my elders compliments like, you weren't just beautiful back in the day. You're
Mhm.
beautiful now. I see it in your eyes. You know, you used to knock them out, you know, and they love that. You know, people act like because you get older that you lose your beauty. You know, I hate when I hear people say things like old heads and old
Oh
people.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm like, first of all, how disrespectful. You know, it's disrespectful. It really is because know that you are standing on other people's shoulders to be where you are.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
just like I learned from my elders, I learned from the young people as well, because they can offer fresh perspectives on things for you to really be like, wow, I didn't think of it that way. Or for you to realize how times change, but the games don't. Only the players do, you know? So
All right.
that is beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. So we're getting into, you see, we do some serious work in our sisters group. It's
Yeah.
and the thing that's nice is that each the theme can change each time. So
Mhm.
if my specialty is yoga, I might want to start off with yoga. If I, or this sister's into meditation, or you can, if however you want the theme to be for your when you host it. It can be centered around cooking or food, but these are the things that you start working through the topic and conversation. So we have an outline, a basic outline, but with the theme can change. And that's why I wanted to go through the different types of naturopathic medicine, because if you all want to do a Reiki session in the beginning, or meditation or yoga, you can tweak it to whatever what you want to share with the group, whatever your strengths are. So Sister Aisha, she's been a trooper. She's really been holding it down for us. We've been doing it Zoom lately. And
Oh,
so with
nice.
the Zoom, it's still been nice, but we don't get to do, we do more meditation because it is a Zoom. So that's why we said we can share that with the group here. So the next thing, we go into the Nzinga warrior energy. So I'm gonna read my notes in here because I gotta stay on track. So in here, I hope most of us know who Nzinga is, but the Nzinga warrior energy, how we broke it down, is to be an authentic leader, um,
Mm.
beautiful and brave. The name, the Nzinga is the name of the 16th century African queen who fought with strength and courage to free her people. Uh, the higher level of Nzinga means having deep inner desire to use your ability in leadership and to have a personal independence. And how can you tap into that inner Nzinga? Align your actions with your values. Be courageous, find your voice. Set healthy boundaries, uh, and invest in yourself. So, Sister Aisha Kiba, is she here still? And so I know, if you in regards to the higher level Nzinga, she usually leads with this. It's like I know we discuss ideas, suggestions, remarks, and comments for the next session that we're going to do, and that's how we come together, and then we do a prayer with our ancestors. We shout out to our ancestors, our mothers, our grandmothers, and we do our congrats to everyone, and then we end it with the I am, like I am a queen. So, Sister Aisha Kiba, do you want to walk us through this last area of our sisterhood circle? And I have it on the screen if you need to look at it. I just wanted to kind of give a breakdown real quick for everyone. I don't think we can hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
You're echoing.
What about right now? Let me see.
Uh-oh.
Okay, can you hear me now, Teddy?
Yes.
Okay, I think I just had to move my phone. I had to charge it. I didn't want my batteries to go low. So
I know these
um,
phones.
But did you want me to go into the Nzinga part or just
Yes.
into the meditation?
Yeah, I kind
Okay.
of just went over like who Nzinga was and what Nzinga represents. So I want you to go because you always you do this so beautifully. This whole last part of it, and then we can end it with the meditation before we sign off with everyone.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just need a little clarity because did you want me to do the prayer, meditation,
Well,
or could you?
the closeout prayers and shout outs to the ancestors.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then
You got it.
the I am a queen, that's the last thing when we do the Nzinga word. But yeah, close out prayers and shout outs to the ancestor. And you're gonna do the meditation before after we do the I ams?
Sure. Sure.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm just gonna. Okay. Oh God, we come here before you, oh God. We're asking that you heal us of all that we are going through, oh God. Um, I pray that you make us into the great people that you destine us or you want us to be, oh God. I pray that we don't make ourselves feel smaller to make somebody else feel bigger. Oh God, I pray that you guide us, you heal us. Um, I pray that you make us into the people you want us to be. I pray that you heal us from the top of our head to the bottom of our toes, oh God. I know many of us have gone through and are currently going through things. I pray that you remove those negative experiences from us so that we can move forward into healthy relationships, healthy friendships, oh God. I pray that we realize in order to have a new relationship, we may have to be hurt, but we just have to take that chance, oh God. I pray that we stop letting ourselves um, be we stop being our biggest enemies and step into our greatness, oh God. I thank you, oh God, for bringing us all together tonight. And um, I pray that everyone on this group and outside of this group will start a sisters group and not think too much of it and think that it's takes a lot of work and all that. They completely remove that from out of their thinking. And as we embark on a new year, we start many fantastic things. We change our eating habits. We form sisters groups, oh God. I pray that you heal us like only you can heal us, oh God. I pray, oh God, that we are grateful and thankful for all the things that you give to us, oh God. I pray that we enter into the new year with many blessings and we bless other people, oh God. I pray that we reset the button that we have had in our heads, oh God, that has held us back from many things, oh God. I pray that you make us greater than we ever were before, oh God. I pray that you ignite the greatness in us, oh God. I shout out to our ancestors, oh God, our mothers, our grandmother, and we really take in all that they did for us, oh God, and honor them by being great, oh God. I pray that we shout out to all those people who have passed away from COVID or any other ailment. From violence, from anything. I pray that we take this time to reflect upon all the people who we lost, all the people in our family who are now serving as our protectors um, and are watching us, oh God. I pray that you activate our ancestors that live within us. They're in our genes, oh God. I pray that you activate the greatness that they had. They have had to be great. They have had to be powerful for them to survive all the things that we went through. And we're still here, oh God. So clearly someone is looking out for us, oh God. I pray that we form together, oh God. And I pray that we unite regardless of religion, regardless of what tribe. I pray that we completely put that aside and come together as one, oh God. I pray that we celebrate each other and be truly happy for each other. I pray that we completely do a reset button to remove 1 second at a time, 1 minute, 1 hour, one day, 1 week at a time. Remove all the negative things that were put into us. Remove all the hate that were put into us against each other. Remove all the distrust that was put in us towards each other and completely start a new day with being trustful of each other, being loving to each other, encouraging each other. If we see each other on the street, tell each other how beautiful we are, how great we are, and completely encourage each other any chance we get. And also encourage ourselves. Every day I pray that we wake up and encourage and have affirmations towards ourselves. Amen, amen, ashe.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Ashe.
All right. Thank you, Sister Aisha Kiba. That was so beautiful. I felt it. And it's needed. It was you all she always comes with such beautiful prayers. Always. Alhamdulillah. And then this is when we also pay homage to our ancestors. I don't know, should we do that now? Shout outs to our ancestors, call our ancestors' names, Ashikiba?
Sure.
All right. So what I did, I have my crystal in a bowl, and usually we have a plant. So that's why I put the crystal in here. We have a plant and we just kind of pour. And I want you ladies, just call out to the ancestors, give thanks for them walking the path, leading the way for us. And you can just start shouting their names. Beverly Bryce, Lewis Johnson, Prophet Muhammad,
Linda
teacher.
And
Martin,
most whatsoever.
Calvin Kennard,
Cecilia Sue Sante.
Andrew Edshow,
I mean,
Alfred
Chris
Michael
North
Martin,
I mean. All right, to
Barnes
all
Stubbs,
I came
Harvey
here,
Murphy.
Harriet Tubman,
Mende ancestors.
Mende people, alhamdulillah. So I just wanted to, I like to give respect to our ancestors as well, because they definitely left us with some good genes and some good stock, some good energy. We just have to tap into it again. And so this is the last area, that I am section. Sister Aisha Kiba, do you want to elaborate on the I am queen? This is when we normally put our hands on each other. When we're together, we lay hands on each other's shoulder like this. And then we do the I am. And can you go into more details, Sister Aisha Kiba?
Yeah, I'm here. Oh, we hold hands. I say, oh, we hold hands. So this is the piece where I always play this video. I'm not sure if you have the video. I don't have the video pulled up or anything, but it's a very, very powerful video.
Which video is it? I can pull it up really quick.
Okay. Let me see if I can look at the title, because I think I remember when it was played. Give me 1 second. Maybe you can Google I am motivational for Black women or something like that. It may come up, the one that I do. I know it's a very, very, very powerful one. It has a lot of, has a Black athlete, woman athlete, just different people. Let me see if I can pull it up. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I have it.
You have it. You have it. Good.
I'm sharing on the screen. If it's not the right one, just tell me in the text.
Okay.
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 I'm about to share it. All right. 1 second, guys.
Queen. I was born. The things you're about to hear are the powerful inner thoughts going on inside of the mind of a queen. This is the inner symphony of royalty, the epic soundtrack of a queen. I was born a queen. I was raised a queen. I got royalty in my bloodline. I've always been a queen. I'll always be a queen. When I close my eyes and die, I will be a queen. On my headstone, they'll write queen. Every time they mention my name, they will say queen. My legacy is royalty. My obituary will read queen. Every time they mention my name, they will say queen, because I am a queen. Every day that I get up, I say, good morning, queen. When I look in the mirror, I see a queen. When I go to the gym, I work out like a queen. When I eat like a queen. And the stuff I read makes me an even better queen. The stuff I put in my mind is righteous, because all day I am a queen. From sunrise to sundown, from the moment I open my eyes to the moment I close them, I am a queen. I pray, I think, I speak, I walk like a queen. No loss, no setback, no mistake will ever change that. I'm a conqueror, born to succeed, anointed to prosper, blessed and unstoppable. And I will arise out of the ashes, because my God will not fail me, because I am, always have been, and always will be a queen. Greater is she that is in me than she that is in the world. I can do all things because with God, all things are possible. And I am a queen doing the impossible. Failure is not an option. I refuse to concede, because I am a queen when I bleed. My blood is royalty, and anything that stands in my way, I will go through it, over it, or around it, because I am a queen. Nothing can stop me, less than unstoppable. I am the undefeated, undisputed, never beaten mother of civilization. The world says I'm a loser. I get up every day and go to war with that state. I'm lazy. I'm hungrier than ever. Queen mode, conquering all competition. It says I have no money. Money comes to me easily, frequently, and abundantly. God's perfect. The world says I'm crazy. The world belongs to the bold. They remind me of the losses I've taken. They said I'll never recover. I serve the God of restoration. I'll make a comeback. They say you can't pay your bills with dreams. Success will come off the assembly lines of my mind. They say I have average talent. Hard work and discipline are the greatest equalizer. Why don't you get a 9 to 5, a normal job that pays every week? Because I'm the head and not the tail, above and not below. Your God has forgotten you. My God will never leave you nor forsake you. You really believe all that stuff you're saying? Destiny is obligated by universal law to concede to the demands of unwavering faith, and I believe I am a queen, committed, hungry, dedicated, fearless, bold, never wavering, full of faith, anointed, prosperous, strong, righteous, focused, disciplined, willing to do whatever it takes to be a queen. I will arise one day to make a believer out of all those who doubted me. I will live with no fear. I will boldly attack the things that scare me. They will not stop me on my destiny. No health issues, no job issues, no financial issues, no relationship issues. Nothing shall stand in the way of my divine calling, because I am a queen. I was born a queen, raised a queen, have always been a queen, will always be a queen. My legacy is royalty. When it's all said and done, on my headstone, they'll write queen.
Yes.
That was good. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot to mute myself. I forgot to mute myself, and it was an echo. But that was really good. I love that. It's just like, yes, I'm a
Yes.
queen.
Listen to that every day. Mm-hmm.
And so, when you hear that, because, we're all sitting there kind of, and it's sometimes, like I said, it's so hard for a lot of us to say such positive about ourselves, you know.
Mhm.
So it gets that's like it gets you pumped up, pumped up, pumped up, pumped up, pumped up.
Mhm.
Do you all have any IMs you want to go around and share about yourselves now that you're all pumped? Who wants to go? Anyone? Who wants to go first? I want to hear some IMs.
I am Queen Mother.
I'm beautiful.
I am anointed.
Mhm. I am amazing. I am from greatness.
I am beautiful.
I am gifted.
I
I
am,
am enough.
yes, I'm blessed.
Mhm.
I'm all knowing. I am gifted. I am talented. I am humbled.
I am loved.
I am
I
loved.
am I am high vibration.
Yes.
Yes, yes,
Mhm.
Yes.
yes, yes, yes. That's right. There's nothing but good vibrations, high vibrational people in here. That's right, yes. I am the attractor of my energy.
Mhm.
I am loved.
Yes. I am peace.
I am energy.
Mhm.
Oh, Ashe. Thank you, ladies. That was good.
Thank you.
That was
Thank
good.
you.
I'm just going to share a couple of comments in here that that kind of popped in here in my eyesight. Sister Tanika Lee, greetings, my sis. She said, "Yes, I am a queen. I was born a queen. I will maintain my queenship, and I will remain a queen to the very end." Alhamdulillah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Shay, that was powerful. Two of my daughters enjoyed it as well with me. Alhamdulillah. So yes. All right. So I am deeply significant.
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 Significant. Look, look.
Oh, I
Yeah,
got you.
what I always say,
I
English
got
is
you.
not my first language. It was stolen from me. So
I
give me
know.
grace.
Look, I have my moments too. It's okay.
I am deeply significant. Y'all know what I want to
So
say.
it's
Significant. Yes, we
okay.
know what you mean.
Throw a K on the end of that. We got a new word. We got a new word.
English is not my first language. Sorry.
Yes. Ain't that the truth? It ain't. It ain't. It ain't our first language. That's the story.
Well, it's so funny that you said that, sister, because I've been trying to learn different African words, and I get tongue tied and I get annoyed because I say they stole my tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
am able to pronounce their words, and I can't say the words that I'm born to say. I have to work so hard, and so I just keep practicing. So I understand what you're saying completely.
Yes, yes, yes. I am right. Thank you, Auntie.
Mhm. Yes.
So now we have come to the last part. Now, normally this is what we do in the beginning, and then we work our way down. But we kind of want to save the meditation for last, just because we're online and it's a little different platform. But you all can set your own vibe for your sister circle. But we wanted to just give you the template. And so, Sister Aisha Kiba is going to lead us in a meditation before we leave for the evening. Um,
Okay. Get in a comfortable spot, comfortable position, a sacred place in your house where you feel comfortable, nobody around to disturb you. Okay. Now that we're in a comfortable position, a comfortable spot where we live, I want you to take deep breaths. Inhale, Exhale slowly through your mouth. Inhale, I am loved, I am worthy, I am beautiful, I deserve the best. Exhale, you are great, you are powerful. Inhale, you are enough, you're appreciated. Exhale. Inhale, everything negative that you've been taught has been a lie. Exhale. You are worthy of greatness. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You restart your reset button today. You reset your button. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale deeply, this time exhaling through your nose, slowly. This time put your hand on your heart. Inhale. I am worthy, I am loved, I am magnificent. Exhale. Inhale. You were made exactly how you were supposed to be made. Exhale. You got this. You can do whatever you put your mind to. Inhale deeply. Exhale through your nose. Continue to inhale and exhale. As you do so, you imagine yourself in a house. This house is exactly how you want it to be. It has the smell you want, whether it's lavender or peppermint, whatever smell you want. This is your house. Nobody else is in it except for you. You don't have any kids distracting you. You don't have any phone calls, nothing, no cell phone, no any of that. It's just you in your peaceful space in your peaceful house. Keep your hand on your heart as you do this exercise. In this house, it's whatever smell you want it to be. It's whatever colors. You create the colors, the texture of the walls, whatever material you want the house to be. You create all of that. It is your house. It is your sacred space. Envision and take in the smell that you want. Envision and take in the colors that you want. Remember, this is your house. You can dance and twirl and play your favorite music that just makes you feel good. You are so worthy. All the negative stuff people said is just not true. And you're letting it go today, right now, and starting fresh. In this house, you play your favorite music. You can twirl, scream if you want to, just let it out. Or meditate, be still. From your house, you have a beautiful backyard with grass in it and different herbs, and you pick the different herbs and be mindful of the herbs that you pick. And these herbs that you imagine that are in your garden, they are there to nourish you. So you have rosemary, peppermint, and any herbs that you want to nourish you or to rejuvenate you, to build your immune system, to make you happy. St. John wort is back there. If you're feeling sad, you pick that and increase your mood. And you imagine that the grass is underneath your feet. You are earthing and connecting to the grass and the energy from the grass. And you are imagining that you are just walking around in the grass and you feel so free, free like when you were a child, totally uninhibited. Nobody telling you what to do, where to go. You don't have to do anything. Just be. Just be. Walk around your garden, your beautiful garden, and imagine it has roses and peonies and any flowers that you can even dream of. You have back there. And all the herbs that you can imagine you have back there. And you just pick it and eat it, and it nourishes you and makes you feel good and whole again. You are whole again today. And you take a deep breath and exhale as you keep your hand on your heart. And just feel your heartbeat. Just feel your heartbeat as you inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You take your two arms and give yourself a hug, because we can't give each other hugs right now. So give yourself just a hug for being great, for making it tonight on this group session, for all your accomplishments, for all the good things that you didn't get a chance to take in that you did, building a house or having kids. Just take a moment to just celebrate yourself and give yourself a big hug for every accomplishment that you have done. The accomplishment of going to Africa. Ooh, that's major. The accomplishment of birthing a child or kids. Wow, that was major. Inhale. Exhale. You can drop your arms and place it on your lap. Inhale. Exhale. You are great. You are mighty. You are wonderful. The world looks to you. The moon and the sun bow down to you. Slowly open your eyes as you breathe in and exhale.
You always take me to another dimension. I get so relaxed, and you kept reminding every time I would take my hand off my chest. You're like, oh, I'm like, oh yeah.
Put that
Right
your heart.
at that moment. Thank you.
Your heartbeat.
How are you
Thank
feeling,
you.
Mr. Anja?
So welcome, Ashe.
You seem to
I'm
always
so
know.
glad that I was able to join in. You
You
know, this
always
is a
seem to
blessing. I told you I woke up.
You always seem to know. She's like, meditation
I
night,
did.
meditation night.
I sure did. I was sleeping and I woke up and I saw your this episode and I was like, oh, wait a minute, I gotta jump in. And I'm so glad I did, because I love when this is the second meditation that I've done with you all.
Oh, praise, thank
and it
you.
just gets better each time. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being a part of it. That means so much to us.
Yeah,
So much.
this was a great night, a great one. I love it. Blind guy, his wife, and their daughters got involved. And they said, I am smart, I am good, I am talented. I am strong. I am beautiful. I am brave. I am enough. I am funny. I am a diamond. Yeah.
Yes, Ashe.
I have
Yes.
young
Mm.
daughters
Mm.
too. So for that, I am a diamond. Like really? Yes. I
That's the royal family right there.
yes, yes, I love it. I love it. So, I want, I hope this is a good, I always say, let's get the resources. Well, the whole live tonight was the resource. So
Yes.
everything you can just take your notes, recreate it. The sister pledge is in the description box. I'll text it to you, Sister Anja Africa. You can take that pledge and create your own sister circle. You have daughters like blind guy, his wife, in their life. You can create it within your own family, and that
Yes.
so our
Mm.
daughters.
Mm.
I wish I had this when my girls were young, but it's never
It's
too late.
not too late. It's not too, never too late.
Right, it's never too late. So create it and let's help each other heal each other, and heal ourselves because that's what it's all about. And start loving
Yes.
each other.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yes.
Sister
Mm.
Jessica, keep sharing. I'm enjoying your videos. You guys go follow Sister Anja Africa. She is letting us, like, she's giving like good information in her trial. I appreciate, love the information you're giving us. Everything. It's been so good. You're sharing stuff that most people don't share, and I've been taking notes, definitely.
Mm.
Oh,
That's
thank you.
wonderful.
That was my intention, just to kind of get to the details, especially when you're trying to manage your finances in the West, how you can transition and manage your finances on a continent.
Yeah, it's her videos are short. Sometimes, and when I see like a 7-minute video, what she talking about? Like, it's like, wait a minute. Anja Africa, because she be hitting you with them 40 seconds of one. I'm like, wait a minute, what is going on there? But they're all like, she punched you with the information. So for all those repat, go check her channel out. She's giving you good info. And it's you're what? And you went to Ghana, then you went to
Yes.
Sierra Leone, and then you're
Yes, we leave on Thursday.
so yeah. So definitely go check her out. So sister, what time is it there?
It is 4:34, and my son is like, "Why are you up?"
Oh my gosh, that is commitment. Oh my gosh, Ashe.
Well,
Woo!
yes, we live in the future in Africa, right? We age backwards here, and we live in the
That's right.
future.
You're right.
That's right.
You're right. You're right. So I'm gonna let you go, Sister Anja Africa, and thank you so much for always being so supportive of me. I really do appreciate love it.
Of
Yes, thank
course.
you. You were
Blessings, sisters.
wonderful.
Blessings to the chat, and I'll see you all soon.
Yes, yes. Thank you. You've been so wonderful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you have anything else you want to share, Sister Anja Africa? Because I'll keep you all night.
No, I mean, last thing, I just want you all to don't get discouraged. Stay focused, stay resilient. And when those who haven't made it to the continent yet, it's not time for you to do that yet. You have unfinished business that you need to tend to, and you need to provide this guidance for others, because so many of us need to heal before we come to the continent. So know that
Absolutely.
we all have our roles to play in this. When I come back and you're on a continent, I'll be following you the same way.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That's
Thank you.
right.
Y'all have a good morning, I should say, or good
Yes,
night
you
there.
too. I'll be
You
watching. I'll be
too.
watching for
All
sure.
right. Blessings.
All right, blessing. All right, my sister, what? Please share your knowledge and whatever you want to leave with the family.
Ooh, well, I just wanted to say that just start the group. First of all, this was wonderful. I just felt the energy. Um, And it's funny because sometimes when I'm doing the meditation or anytime when people are like a host or in charge of a specific thing, or like, they're at their wedding or funeral. Oh, well, not funeral. I'm sorry. Girl, you can tell it's getting late. I'm starting I'm sorry, I'm getting silly. Normally they don't really feel it. And I know it's because of the spirit that's on the phone and the spirit, I'm sorry, not on the phone, the spirit that's on the show. And even from the people that are not on the show, but like are just texting in, I just feel the spirit because I actually feel the meditation as if I'm not doing it. So I know it's the energy that's coming in. And I just want to say, just start a group. Like, we are in the state of just so much hurt and trauma, and we need to start the journey of healing and being our great selves. And don't think that you have to be the smartest or the most organized. I don't think that you don't have enough time. None of us really have enough time living in America. I mean, it's kind of set up to keep you busy, distracted, not spend time with your family, and just a bunch of negative stuff. And so you have to create that time. And I highly encourage, like, I know if I can do it, anybody can do it. And I'm not putting myself down because I think I'm great, but I'm just saying, like I said, I'm not the best or most organized person, or I don't have a lot of time in my hands. So the fact that I was able to do it, it can be done. And just go for it. Just start a group in your village, in your community, implement the thankful gratefulness, the meditation among your family, among your kids. Just go for it. Just go for it. Don't talk about it. You just be about it and just go for it. And that's what I highly encourage people. We are in a state of trauma, and we need to be completely healed, and we need to heal each other and our sisters and start today. We are coming up on a new year. And so this, in my opinion, is a perfect time to just get a bunch of people together and encourage each other. Even if you can't get together in person, just have a Zoom, or you can use Skype. It's so many things that you can use that are free conference call to just get people together to form a sisters group. So I highly, highly encourage people to start a sisters group. And we're giving you the footprint to it. You don't have to say, oh, what we're going to talk about. Of course, tailor it to what you want. And you don't have to use what we use at all. This is just, a footprint that, footprint is not the word, blueprint.
Blueprint. Yes, the blueprint, definitely. So I do always have at least one resource outside of just this show. Last week we had touched on the book Sacred Woman, A Guide to Healing the Feminine Body, Mind, and Spirit. I added another book that you should add to your arsenal, Heal Thyself, for Health and Longevity, both by Queen Afua. Those are definitely great books to have. It's a healing book for you from head to toe, in and out. And so I highly suggest that you get those books. And anything you want to share in regards to Queen Afua? Aishi? I must have lost her. Okay. Aisha Kiba? Okay, I lost her. So, and then the last thing, family, that I'm going to try my hands for Kwanzaa series. So the Sisterhood series is going to cease until January. I haven't decided when I'm going to do another Sisterhood series, but it'll probably just be once a month, because these shows I'm an empath, so it does take a lot of energy out of me. But I will start doing more of a repat on Mondays, like a repat. I'm really thinking out, but it'll probably be more on the repatriation journey, because I have to be more laser focused on my repatriation, especially with everything that's going on COVID. So I'm really thinking what is the best way to do that, because I still want it to be informative and helpful. And the Sisterhood series, I'll probably do a couple more months on this channel before I completely switch it over to Tie by Kidis. But on the 26th, I'm trying my hands at the Kwanzaa series. So just look at my upcoming live streams to see what time and when, and join them. And it's going to be fun. I love the holidays, so I'm excited about that. And I'm going to say good night to everyone. So I just want to say thank you, Anja Africa, Sweet Dreams. I appreciate, love you for being here. I can't wait to see you on the continent. I can't hope one day I see you on the continent. And thank you for coming, Gayle Lockett. Good night. I appreciate, love you being here. I hope you guys to experience a lot of what we went through tonight. And assalamu alaikum. You're welcome, my sister, Amina S. I appreciate, love all your support, sis. And I hope to see you on the continent as well. And Tanika Lee, greetings. Thank you, my sister. Good night. Good night. I appreciate, love you being here with us tonight. I hope it was helpful to you. I hope to see you on the continent as well. I want to see all you on the continent. And Auntie Yaya, peace and light, sisters. Peace and light to you too, Auntie Yaya. Thank you so much. So I'm going to try to and let me see, and XDMC, thank you, Sister One Light. Well, good night, good night, good night, good night, good night. So you're welcome, Tanika. You're welcome. Thanks, thank you. Bless, one love, Roots Reggae Girl. Love the live. Good night. Thank you for being here, Roots Reggae Girl. I appreciate, love it. I hope it was a blessing to you all. So I'm going to try something new that I haven't done before. So let's see if I can do this. We're going to do an outro. So good night, my family. Are you going to miss me when I go to Africa?
Go to what? Live? Or
Yeah, we're going to live.
No, because I'm going to be with you. So build me a house too. Build me a house.
Build you a house.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you're going to be sponsoring this said house?